Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for August. I hope you're well. I am going to take a second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Sagittarius out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind also in a general reading that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, be sure to get in where you fit in. And as always, Sagittarius, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Sagittarius? All right, Sagittarius, you are starting out with the Eight of Cups. You have the Hierophant in reverse. And coming out together is the Page of Swords reversed along with the Four of Cups in the reverse. Oof. So you're walking away from some kind of a situation. It looks like you're ending a commitment. Now, this doesn't have to necessarily be a commitment between you and another person, although for most of you it probably is. It could also be some sort of a job or an institution or a situation that you were committed to. I do see you walking away from something though. And I feel like with the Page of Swords in reverse, it's like you're not quite sure what to do after that. Like, what do you do? You're letting this other thing go and you're open to opportunity. Some of you could be walking away from a job, and just know that there could be some unexpected financial repercussions from that. You might be taking a little bit less money. I do see that there could be an unexpected loss happening for you at the end of the month. You won't see it coming. But in any event, with regard to relationship, a lot of you are walking away from a relationship and ending it. You may have felt disrespected in that connection, and you're not quite sure what you're going to do at this time. So let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Sagittarius energy. All right, we have the King of Swords in the reverse. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. We have the World in reverse. And we have the Five of Wands. So somebody that feels like things aren't over between the two of you. They could be angry right now, though, because they're in a very combative energy. There's conflict that's here, and I feel like this person is a bit angry, but they don't feel like things are over. You kind of have this energy of, no, I'm done here, and you walked away, but this person's going to fight for this connection. I do feel like they're angry. There is a lack of communication currently. Let me see the energy between Sagittarius and this person. The Queen of Cups. Yeah, there's love here. There's love here, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer sign, but you both love each other. Show me what's affecting the connection. Show me what's affecting this connection for Sagittarius. Knight of Cups. That's a love offer. That's an expression of love. Show me the outcome at the end of the week. Knight of Wands reversed and the Lovers. You may feel like this person is a soulmate. I feel like there is a lack of communication right now, but I also feel like this, there's a choice. You're going to have to make a big choice here by the end of the week. Yeah, about whether or not you want to resolve the problems between you and this person. I feel like this person wants to fight for the connection. They want to resolve the problems. They see you as a soulmate, and you may see them as a soulmate as well, but there's a sense here of feeling as if you haven't been respected in this connection, maybe. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Coins. That's communication. It's underlying energy, so I do feel like there's going to be some kind of communication that's going to start very small, like kind of opening the door, and I do feel like it's going to increase into this Knight of Cups, which is that love offer. So let's look and see what we've got. Spirit, why is the Eight of Cups here for Sagittarius? Three of Swords, Page of Cups reversed. You do have feelings for this person, but you're holding back those feelings and emotions. You walked away because you were hurt. So you guys might have gotten into a very ugly confrontation or conflict here. You were very hurt. You walked away. You don't feel like you should apologize to this person. You may feel like they owe you an apology. I'm not getting that you walked towards somebody else, though. I get that you were very hurt. There could have been some third-party energy, but I don't want to jump out there unless I absolutely see it. Let me see why the Hierophant is in reverse. And I will let you know if that solidifies. Knight of Wands. And the Death card in reverse. So you don't feel like things are over either. Neither of you do. And you do want communication with this person. They want to communicate with you. You want to communicate with them. But you feel like they should approach you. Yeah, but you definitely don't feel like... I see a physical ending, but I feel like emotionally you're still attached. And I feel like you don't feel like it's over between the two of you. All right, so like there's some unfinished business. There's definitely some unfinished, emotions here. All right, so we have the Seven of Swords. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so yeah, I feel like you feel that there's deceit here, that there's things that you don't know about, possibly about another person. And I feel like that's why you're kind of holding back from this person. You feel like they may have breadcrumbed you. Maybe they were given to more than one. Something happened here. And I feel like you feel that this person's, not being as responsive in this connection with you because they could be seeing someone else. We'll check and see their energy, but I can tell you this person definitely loves you. I'm also seeing you kind of snuck away from this connection. You were heartbroken. Yeah, you were heartbroken here, and you felt disrespected. Let me see this person's energy. Why is the King of Swords here for the person in Sagittarius energy? Three of Wands reversed, Two of Cups. Yeah, they wanna be on the same page with you. They feel like you are a soulmate for sure. I do feel like they're angry. I feel like they also questioned when whatever happened here, this conflict happened. They questioned whether or not you were the right person for them. But ultimately, they're deciding that you're a soulmate. I feel like you both have kind of taken a step back to reassess the situation, but I think they may have said some things that were very hurtful to you. This person can have a very sharp tongue. Why is the World here in reverse? I do feel like they're going to be reaching out because I don't see you doing the reaching out. I think you're waiting for them to, and I do think they're going to. Why is the World in reverse for the person in Sagittarius energy? The Fool in reverse, the Six of Swords, and Judgment. Oh yeah, they want a reconciliation. They're afraid that it's not going to happen. They're afraid that this is it, that it's done, that it's over. It's not over for them, but they're afraid that you're not going to have a new beginning with them, that you don't want to, that you've moved on. I do feel like they are trying to use better judgment. I feel like there's a lot of fear involved here. And regardless, though, they want this reconciliation. And they want to take this to a better place out of this chaos that's happened. Because they don't feel like things are over either. Even though there's fear, I do see this person reaching out to you. Why is the Five of Wands here? For the person in Sagittarius energy. All right, we have the Ace of Swords reversed. We have the Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and Temperance. So they're very focused on you. I do feel like they have a lack of clarity about this entire conflict that occurred between the two of you. I feel like there's been a lack of communication, but they're slowly moving towards you. They want to balance this out. They want to heal the connection. And this person doesn't appear to be involved with anyone else. They appear to be somebody who is single, highly independent. They also are, you know, somebody that works on their money. And they're actually very spiritual for most of you. So while there is conflict here and a lack of communication, this conflict left a whole big area of uncertainty. So they're moving towards you. They are slowly moving towards you. Let me see the energy between Sagittarius and this person. So you both agree that you still have feelings for each other. You both agree that you don't want it to be over. All right, we have the Eight of Swords reversed, and we have the Four of Cups. So yeah, you just want to be recognized. You want this person to open up to you. You want them to value what you're bringing to the table. So when you do have emotions and feelings and you let this person know, you want them to recognize it. Now, right now, you could be kind of ignoring this person. I don't feel like you're really necessarily seeing anyone else, but you're not, you know, you're not really paying attention to this person. I feel like it's because you want them to come towards you. And I do think that they're going to free themselves from all of this anger and, you know, the going back and forth about whether or not this connection is here. There's a sense of impatience. They want to free themselves from all the problems that are going on between the two of you. They've been feeling a lot of anxiety, and they're tired of feeling the anxiety. So I do see them reaching out. Why is the Knight of Cups here between Sagittarius and this person? Queen of Wands reversed. Page of Wands. Yeah, I feel like if this person does reach out to you, you're going to respond back. Be careful, because it looks like it could be a little bit immature. You know, so if you know that you have a tendency to be a little immature, be careful with that. I feel like you're still very interested in this person. You just want them to reach out to you. And when they do, I feel like you're going to respond. I also feel like this person is afraid that you don't want to talk to them, that you don't want to, you know, move this forward. They're afraid that you won't take a risk with them. There's a lot of fear that's here. So, but you will. Yeah, I definitely feel like you will. I feel like there's going to be a new spark between the two of you. And I do feel like there is a reconciliation that is likely coming. Let me see the bottom energy. Show me the bottom energy for Sagittarius and this person. All right, so we have the Four of Swords reversed. We have the World card. And we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. Yeah. So it's going to be your choice, Sagittarius. But I will tell you that this cycle is ending. It looks like there was a terrible fight between you and this person. It caused you both to kind of pull back. You walked away. I feel like this person, and you wanted this person to come towards you, because I feel like they said some cutting things. And I feel like all of that's ending. It's coming to an end, so a new cycle can begin. I do feel like it's going to be your choice, and I feel like you're going to choose to reconcile with this person. But I also feel like it's a big decision for you, and I also feel like you feel this person is your soulmate. They do too. So I do see a reconciliation happening. I also feel like this person is going to be the one to approach you. They're afraid you don't want them to, but it's going to take them out of all that anxiety. They've been in so much anxiety since the two of you split. Just a tremendous amount. So they want to bring healing to this connection. They want to bring back balance. And I feel like they're going to want to resolve the problems, put an end to whatever happened here, and start on a new page. And they're going to tell you that. Yeah, they're definitely going to tell you that. I do feel like there's been a minute since you and this person talked. You know, there was a gap in the communication. You could be dealing with another Sagittarius, an Aries, a Leo. Gemini is here. Scorpio is here. Pisces, Cancer, or a Pisces or a Cancer. Yep. Bottom of the deck is Justice. You could be dealing with a Libra as well. But this is really about bringing balance back into this, you know, getting karmic justice for something that was done, but mostly bringing the balance back in. So I feel positive about this, actually, Sagittarius. I'm going to pull an oracle card for you, and we'll see if there's any further guidance or messages for Sagittarius. Guidance or messages for Sagittarius. There we go. All right, Sagittarius, you have number 31, and it's called Risk. All right, hang on a second, and I'm going to read that for you. Rather than worry about how things will turn out, why not take the leap of faith? No matter what happens, something important will be experienced. There is a sign that you can prove something to yourself, and when you accomplish it, you'll be proud that you did. Another meaning here is to ask yourself about your next action. Is it worth the risk you're taking? If the answer is no, don't do it. If it's yes, I will give you wings to fly and will catch you if you fall. This symbol also brings a gentle warning. Your risk shouldn't be motivated by boredom. This is a symbol of consequences as well as courage. So you have a choice here, and you may feel like it's a bit risky, but Spirit is saying, you know, really evaluate it. If it's not being done out of boredom, just look at the reasons, your motivations, and decide if you're willing to take that risk. All right, I hope this has been helpful for you, Sagittarius. If you've resonated with this reading, please hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you in your next reading, Sagittarius, know that you are loved, and namaste.